Okay, welcome to the deep dive. Imagine this. Microsoft, Xbox, basically turning the whole console war idea on its head. It's kind of wild. They seem to be embracing rivals, doing things that seem totally counterintuitive.
That's right. It's a radical shift.
So today we're digging into that. We've got some strategic analysis or recent financial data too. Our mission really is to figure out why. Why is Microsoft moving away from just selling consoles? Why are they suddenly cozying up to like Steam? And how does this all change their money situation?
It starts with the numbers, doesn't it?
Yeah, I saw some figure. Xbox hardware sales down, was it 42% in just one quarter?
A huge drop. Q4 FY 2024. And while Game Pass has over 35 million subscribers now, sounds great. Internally, there's a sense it might be plateauing a bit, maybe not hitting the really ambitious targets they had.
Okay, so the hardware slump and maybe slower Game Pass growth forces a change.
Exactly. They're changing the goalpost. It's less about how many consoles did we sell and more about how many people are interacting with our stuff across everything.
So the console itself, it's not the main profit engine anymore.
Not primarily, no. It's becoming more of an on-ramp, a way to get you into their broader ecosystem, Game Pass, cloud gaming, first-party games.
Which is totally different from, say, Sony or Nintendo.
Very different. They're still largely focused on that hardware-first model. Microsoft's shifting focus to software and services.
Right. Own the time spent gaming, not just the device. But the Steam integration? That feels like the craziest part. Are they really letting a competitor onto their platform?
It's happening.
Yeah.
On PC already, the Xbox app is becoming like a central hub.
A hub.
Yeah, you can see your games from Steam, Epic, Battle.net, all inside the Xbox app. It's still launched at their clients, but it integrates the libraries.
Huh. And this might come to consoles too.
There are strong hints. Official talk from Microsoft, even AMD, suggests future Xbox hardware might support other stores, like Steam.
Wow. Why would they do that? Give away potential sales.
And they want to be the aggregator. The one place you need for gaming. Even if you buy a game on Steam, if you're launching it through their ecosystem, they get data, engagement.
And maybe upsell you to Game Pass eventually?
Precisely. It's about capturing the user, regardless of where the initial purchase happens, especially on PC, where they want Windows to be the gaming OS, fighting against SteamOS.
Okay, that makes a bit more sense. But Phil Spencer also said they're not differentiating on exclusives anymore. Isn't that like Console Wars 101?
It used to be. But Microsoft seems to realize they can't necessarily win that old fight against Sony's installed base.
So new strategy, put their big games everywhere?
Pretty much. Use their first-party games, think Starfield, Call of Duty, eventually, to drive Game Pass subscriptions, not just on Xbox and PC, but potentially on PlayStation and Nintendo too.
Accessing way more players.
Way more. And remember, the PC gaming market alone makes more money than consoles combined. So focusing there and on multi-platform services opens up a much larger revenue pool.
And the financials back this up.
Absolutely. Look at FY 2024. Hardware revenue, way down. But Xbox content and services, up 50%. 50%.
Whoa. Is that mostly the Activision Blizzard deal kicking in?
That's a huge part of it, yes. But it shows the strategy in action. Less reliance on hardware, massive growth in software and services.
How does the money work better for them on PC, though?
Platform cuts are key. On consoles, the platform holder usually takes 30%. Microsoft's own PC store only takes 12%. Much better margins for them.
Right, and Game Pass. It's not just about the base game subscription anymore, is it?
The model's evolving.
Yeah.
Think base game included, but then you buy the premium DLC, the expansions, the microtransactions.
The long tail revenue.
Exactly. And that's massive on PC. Like 58% of PC gaming revenue in 2024. MTX, microtransactions.
It's 58%. So bringing in Call of Duty with its huge MTX
is absolutely central to this. Activision Blizzard brought these massive, proven live service games that thrive on that model. Think COD, maybe future integrations with things like Roblox, Fortnite.
Yes.
High margin stuff.
And cloud gaming fits in how?
It's another access point. Over 150 million hours played just in Q1 FY 2025. Lets people play Game Pass titles without needing the console or a high-end PC. More reach, more potential subscribers.
So pulling it all together, it feels like Xbox isn't really just Xbox the console anymore. It's becoming Windows gaming.
That's a great way to put it. Leveraging the huge Windows install base, that better PC store cut, the cloud infrastructure. It's a much bigger platform play.
It's pragmatic then, responding to the market, not just sticking to the old playbook.
Totally. It's not about helping Steam. It's about expanding their market, diversifying revenue. Moving from hardware first to software and services first, It aligns perfectly with Microsoft's broader corporate strategy, too, recurring revenue.
So the long game is Game Pass and the cloud become this dominant play anywhere platform.
That seems to be the vision. Make the content available everywhere, make the console less central, make the service indispensable.
Okay, so here's something for you listening to think about. As Microsoft pushes this gaming everywhere idea, what does that actually do to the whole idea of a console war? And maybe how could it change what a gaming console even means to you in the next few years? Lots to consider. We'll catch you on the next deep dive.